Everything seems to be aligning in an almost ironic way for the Los Angeles Dodgers to push Tatsuya Imai toward an unexpected turn in his public narrative, shifting from a highly sought-after hero to an involuntary villain of the international market. What began as an offseason that promised a parade of Japanese stars heading to California has evolved into a far more complex story, shaped by uncomfortable silences, a cold market, and decisions that could redefine perceptions of power around one of the most dominant organizations in modern baseball. For months, it was assumed the Dodgers would be the natural destination for the top Japanese talent available. The franchise had already capitalized on the global impact of figures like Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, with growing anticipation surrounding Roki Sasaki. That confidence cracked when Munetaka Murakami, after lingering in free agency longer than expected, signed a 2-year deal with the Chicago White Sox just one day before his posting window closed. That move raised alarms and revealed that the Japanese market was not unfolding as many predicted. Attention then shifted to Tatsuya Imai, whose deadline loomed. January 2nd represented a clear line between choosing a destination and settling for the best remaining option. What stood out most was Imai's own honesty, publicly admitting that there were not many concrete offers on the table, despite persistent links to teams like the Cubs, Mets, Phillies, and Yankees. For a pitcher with his resume, those words were striking. The contrast becomes sharper when considering Imai's stated stance toward Los Angeles. He had made it clear more than once that his goal was not to join the Dodgers, but to beat them. What once sounded like competitive fire now feels like a crucial plot point. If the market continues to stall and real options shrink, the very team he vowed not to sign with could become the most logical and perhaps only stable choice. The Dodgers, meanwhile, are in no rush. Their rotation is deep, flexible, and talented. Yet they have repeatedly shown they operate not out of desperation, but strategic opportunity. Imai's numbers support the intrigue: a 1.92 ERA over 163.2 innings, a .892 WHIP, and nearly 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. He is not a long-term project, but a pitcher ready to compete immediately. There is also an unavoidable narrative element. If Los Angeles steps in and lands Imai, accusations of villainy will resurface, but that is a label the Dodgers no longer seem to resist. As the clock keeps ticking and the market stays quiet, the possibility grows that this alignment of circumstances could turn Tatsuya Imai into the centerpiece of one of the most controversial stories of the offseason.